Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Who is to blame in one country never can get to the one. Dealing in multiplication, and they still can't feed everyone. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Out in the street, out in the street, out in the playground, in the dark side of town. Oh, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Hey, we gonna rock down to Electric Avenue. Oh yeah, rock it in the daytime, Electric Avenue. Rock it in the night, take it higher, Electric Avenue. Rock it in my yard, mommy, Electric Avenue. Oh, in the place down higher.
When you gonna stop breaking my heart? I don't wanna be another one, waiting for the things I never done. Don't let go to my love. Can I get to your soul? Can you get to my flow? Can we promise we won't let go? All the things that I need, all the things that you need, you can make it feel so real. 'Cause you can't deny, you blow my mind. When I touch your body, I feel I'm losing control. 'Cause you can't deny, you blow my mind. When I see you, baby, I just don't wanna let go. When you gonna stop breaking my heart? I don't wanna be another one, waiting for the things I never done. Don't let go to my
And it's over 9 o'clock and 9 o'clock and 1 minute gone on the clock and 20 seconds. It's Innie coming to you from Capital Radio, and we're going to begin with my show soon. All things considered, enjoy the music for now, and I'll join you in about 4 minutes time.
I need you more than ever when I'm not with you. Please don't ask me why, just kiss me this time. My only dream is about you and I. Can I get to your soul? Can you get to my flow? Can we promise we won't let go? All the things that I need, all the things that you need, you can make it feel so real. 'Cause you can't deny, you blow my
Capital 88.1 FM. Anything else is a compromise.
Hello, 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 and welcome to the show. And it's Inni behind the microphone right now. And you know it's gone 9 o'clock, so obviously I have to join you Mondays to Fridays on weekdays. And on weekends, I don't get to speak to you and you don't get to hear me. I miss you guys a lot. And every day you're my inspiration and totally love being with you every single day. And I do hope that you had a great kickstart weekend. So you had a wonderful rejuvenating weekend to start the week on this Monday, and it's a cool Monday today, 22 to 26 degrees. It is in Durban, and I don't know how all everybody else is doing, but anyway, we are nice and cool for today. I hope it doesn't get too hot because the heat bothers everybody, so they say. But anyway, I just hope that you guys are keeping safe and you're sanitizing all the time and you're wearing your masks, because that's the most important thing, the masks. And do wear it over your nose, because I'm still seeing people wearing it over their mouths and forgetting about their noses. So please do heed that, because it's very, very important for us to be wearing it properly if we're going to be wearing it. And yes, so it's all things considered, and it's Monday again. Can you believe the week just kind of whizzes past and it's 2021 already? And look at the date. I mean, it's like caught up already 2 weeks now. And you can catch us on YouTube and Facebook and Mixcloud and live stream, and we're also on Radio Garden. So if you want to catch a squiz at what goes on in the studio and me, you are welcome to do so. We're going to be on 88.1 soon as well. And if you've lost a loved one, we are very, very sorry about that. We want to pray for everybody this morning. So when you come back after the little music break we have for you, you and I are going to bow our heads down and pray fervently for South Africa and pray for everybody in South Africa to be safe. And I hope your loved ones, if they're in hospital, I hope that they're going to get better soon. Let's keep positive and let's keep only happy thoughts that they are going to be well and they're going to be joining you back at home. I've got some really good music coming up, and we are going to be kicking off with some really nice music. So do stay with us. Coming up now, we've got Evelyn King and Love Come Down.
Feelings so deep in my feelings. Notice they ain't really like me. Can't control my anxiety. Feeling like I'm touching the ceiling. When I'm with you, I can't breathe. Boy, you do something to me. Boot up, and my heart go right. from the jump, I don't wanna choose you. Got me boot up, boot up, boot up, boot up. Grab me by the waist, baby, pull me closer. Ooh, no, I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, you know I'll never get over you until I find something new that get me high like you do. Listen to my heart go bottom, boot up, biddy da do, boot up, and my heart go bottom, boot up, biddy da do. It just won't stop me go bottom, boot up, biddy da do, boot up, and my heart go bottom, boot up, biddy da do. It just won't stop me go.
Capital 88.1 FM.
So, as I was saying, I hope you had a tremendously great weekend and that you relaxed, because there's nothing else that we can do, especially now when we cannot visit everybody and you can't socialize like you used to before. So, I hope that you are heeding those rules and you're keeping to yourself, because that's the best way to be. Just be all alone and put the music on Capital Radio and listen to us. We are certainly, one of the best in terms of music, because we take you back in the days and we bring you forward to today. And we've got some great stuff planned for you today and lined up. What's our feature for today? We normally have a feature, and it is how do you know when you are falling in love? Because I said on Friday that I have a friend and she was saying, I don't know whether I love this guy because I'm not sure what should I look out for. Well, I decided, well, since everybody, is quite confused sometimes and they never know whether to commit or not, and I've heard this over and over again. I don't know whether I'm in love with this person, and how should I know? Well, I decided to do that. So this is all for the young and the old, I suppose, if you're looking for a renewed love in your life, or whether you're seeking new love for the first time. This is definitely something we need to know. How do you know when you're falling in love? But before that, we have now hit over 17,000 infections for today overnight, and we've had over 300 deaths. So that is still quite serious, guys. And I think that it's only appropriate that we should begin daily with a small prayer for South Africa and our people, as I said, and your loved ones if they're in hospital or they're recovering at home and they're doing the self-isolation thing. And if you are not feeling well, let us pray for you as well. So let us bow our heads down and do a small prayer for everybody. Dear, adorable, and merciful God, we are people who pray to various gods, but today we come to you as a united nation as we pray for our individual souls. Dear God, we thank you for everything that you've blessed us with and our comfortable lives in our beautiful country. We thank you for bringing us to this day safely and bestowing us with your glorious grace at all times, every step of the way, without fail. Dear God, you know every heart, every emotion of ours, every thought of ours, every feeling of ours, and every sensation. Dear God, you own my heart, every thought of mine, every emotion of mine, every feeling of mine, every sensation of mine, each cell of my body, each drop of my blood. We surrender all, dear God, all absolutely to you and to you alone. You can decide our life or our death, our happiness or our sorrow, our pleasure or our pain. Whatever you do with me today, whatever comes to me from you, will gladly, I will accept without condition or reservation, because I'm ultimately yours in birth and death. We will all thank you for your decision to uphold our health, our breath, and should you decide to keep us well, we will be carried through this calamity by you and you alone. And we know we will emerge victorious and we will be happy and well again. But dear Lord, should we succumb to the virus or any other calamity that leads us to death, we shall accept that too, and knowing that all is finalized by you and you alone. We pray to you, dear God, and we thank you for all your grace. We know that all is finalized by you. South Africa needs you today. Please heed our call. Please eliminate that which plagued our nation's peace and health. Please heal all those who seek your tender loving care. Please be with all those that are fighting this pandemic, especially our medical personnel and our heads of states, our educators, and all others who need your guidance and strength right now, no matter what jobs they do. You will bring peace to reign on our land, South Africa, again soon. And this we are assured. May all be well, may all be protected by your veil of almightiness. Thank you, dear Lord. So peeps, stick around for some absolutely fabulous tunes if you want to. Peak your little happy meter up today, and you are going to be definitely listening to memories from the past and the current day favorites as well. I've got Pointer Sisters and All for One and Phil Collins and the Drifters and the Commodores and the Carpenters and Stevie Wonder and Al Jarreau and oh yes, Jump for My Love. The Pointer Sisters is absolutely one of my favorites. But anyway, we have a feature to look at today. We will be discussing how do you know when you're falling in love. There are 9 signs according to the experts and research and study, not according to me. Okay, so I'm going to bring you all the research and study that I've been doing. And I've been a good girl because I've been looking at all the different websites and looking at what are the common signs of you falling in love. And according to psychologists, you know, there are some things to look out for in your life. Okay, so but let's get on with the music today. The Carpenters start off with Top of the World. I do hope that all of you are on the top of the world right now, and if you aren't, well, we do pray and hope that you're going to get there soon.
Such a feeling's coming over me. There is wonder in most everything I see. Not a cloud in the
The More Music Station. Capital 88.1 FM.
Signs that you're falling in love, according to psychology. What is it? Okay, so we also have your favorite What's in the Stars for you, so don't run away too soon. And if you'd like to listen to your sun signs or your star signs, then you gotta stick around to after 12 o'clock and or now between 9 and 12, and you will definitely hear your sun sign, I'm sure, between now and then. Okay, so we are dealing with signs that you're falling in love, and psychologists say if you find yourself abandoning your usual activities or feeling unusually optimistic, you might be falling in love. And falling in love isn't it one of the strangest and the most wonderful things in human nature, all in on once, and it's an experience really if you're in it. And while it's different for everybody, there are some really common thoughts and feelings that can help people identify when they are falling in love and when it's happening. So you might be experiencing this at the moment, and it's obvious indicators like not being able to think straight, or and start thinking about something, and then you just abandon the thought, and that thought becomes somewhere in the background, and you can't think about anything else but the person that you're involved with or is involved in your life. And the signs sometimes, experts say, can be quite confusing or obfuscated actually. But let's do the stars, and we are doing Aries right now. So Aries, you should definitely keep looking at things from different angles. It says it's the right strategy for now and for your immediate future. Your gift for being flexible in your interpretations has given you a reputation for being fair and considerate with others, but you might need to stop looking at all angles just for a moment today in order to act more quickly. Taking time to understand the whole picture is always better strategy, but it isn't always the most practical one, it says. And coming up right now, we have Commodores and Brick House. Enjoy it.
Ow, she's a brick house. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. Ow, she's a brick house. I like lady stack, that's a fact. Ain't holding nothing back. Ow, she's a brick house. Well, put together, everybody knows this is how the story goes. She knows she's got everything that a woman needs to get a man. Yeah, yeah. How can she lose with the suit she used? 36, 24, 36. What a winning hand, 'cause she's a brick house. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. And she's a brick house. Oh, like lady stack, that's a fact. Ain't holding nothing back. Oh, she's a brick house. Yeah, she's the one, the only one, built like an Amazon. The clothes she wear, her sexy ways, make a old man wish for younger days. Yeah, yeah. She knows she's built and knows
Find us on Radio Garden and sit back and enjoy.
So you can catch me on YouTube and Mixcloud today if you want to find out what goes on in the studio, or you can live stream from Radio Garden as you heard just now. So we are doing how do you know that you are in love, and we want to look at all the signs of you being in love, and how do you know that? Okay, so you can't stop staring at them is the rule number one, or the sign number one is you can't stop staring at them. It's a classic sign of infatuation, losing yourself in the eyes of the one you love. Consultant psychologist Mark Hickster explains that this is one of the most obvious signs that you're falling in love with someone. And he says, or he goes on to say, why wouldn't you want to look into the eyes of someone who you experience as the most beautiful and attractive person in the world? So, sign number one is that you continue wanting to look in the direction of someone that you love or that you're falling in love with. And it's a sign of infatuation. And according to the experts, infatuation is a prelim to falling in love. So if you find yourself doing that, that is sign number one. Okay, and Taurians, let's see what's in the stars for you today. Start getting more direct with your communication, and you'll start getting the answers you need from people a lot more quickly. Stop playing phone tag. Stop using text messages as your primary way to converse with friends. And forget using email to ask anyone for anything. Voicemail, text messages, and email can all be ignored or put off for today. But when you face someone, they have to give you an answer. So step up and ask people what you need to know in person, and make that call as well, because the voice makes a difference. That is in the stars for you. And when we come back, we will do Gemini and another sign of you being in love. And we, as I said, we have some absolutely amazing music for you here today. We've got Stevie Wonder and the Pointer Sisters, Jump for My Love, Phil Collins, the Drifters, and we've got the Foundation and All for One and the Black Eyed Peas guys, and Ariana Grande and Aretha Franklin, and the Foundations with Build Me Up, Buttercup, and we've got the Kuna Matata and Paul McCartney as well. So you don't need to go anywhere, guys. You need to just stay here in the studio with me. So coming up, the Drifters, Under the Broadwalk.
Oh, when the sun beats down and burns the tar up on the roof, and your shoes get so hot you wish your tired feet was fireproof. Under the boardwalk, down by the sea, yeah, on a blanket with my babies, where I'll be.
capitalradio.co.za. Everywhere you go.
So, signs that you are falling in love. And I do hope that you've had a absolutely great weekend and that you're all pepped up for this week. And you can join me Mondays to Fridays. It's Innie, and the show is called All Things Considered. So, Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., make a date with me, and you will be definitely rewarded with some absolutely awesome, amazing, and fantabulous music, because we have all sorts of music for you from them days and current music as well. So all the tunes you enjoy will be right here on the show, and be sure to join me. But we're doing signs that you are falling in love. Sign one was you keep staring at the object of your interest and you can't take your eyes off them. But the psychologists say, what is wrong with that? There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And you should actually be enjoying that sight. Okay, so if you are enjoying your sights right now, well, good luck to you, because the first sign of you falling in love is infatuation. Okay, and you think that, okay, this is a passing interest and it's going to go away. So what is sign two, and what does it mean when you come to sign two? It means that you are getting deeper, so into the hole that you probably don't want to get into, like some people say. But if you do, or you're heading in that direction and you do want to fall in love, there you go. Sign number two is you abandon your usual activities. So if you're enjoying spending time with someone, the reward system in the brain increases, and your motivation to want more of that time, or more time with them, with the person that you are feeling this feeling towards, the special feeling towards, that motivation increases and it becomes more and more. And a dating psychologist was Madeleine Mason Rowntree. She says you start to crave their presence, okay? You start to crave the other person's presence, she adds, and you may start thinking of ways to be near them as well, and you conjure up some ways to be near them and be with them if they are in a certain spot, or they're going to their favorite coffee shop and you've overheard that, and you will also go there with your newspaper. Okay, so this can include taking up their interests as well, so in the hope that it could help to strengthen your bond, or the fledgling bond between you two, the bond that is just starting. So, for example, you may detest salsa, or salsa dancing, but then you find yourself enrolling in a salsa dance class, for example. Okay, so because you feel closer to them by proxy, and even if you have to show them that you have two left feet, you wouldn't mind doing that. Or you don't like roller skating and you take up a class to do that, or music lessons. If they are going to music lessons and they mention that to you, you'd also want to go with them or join them in that particular course. So the psychologist and Mason Rowntree explained that it also gives you something else you can talk to them about and share that interest. And obviously it's common ground, and you can talk about your interest, the likes and dislikes about that. And perhaps it's a way to entice them as well to get closer to you, because you are going out of your way to do what they like. Okay, so that's what the psychologists say. So sign one, as I said, is when you start staring at somebody over and over again. And sign two is you abandon your usual activities. Are you getting there? Okay, let's see whether by the end of this morning you have an answer to, or my friend also has an answer as to whether she is falling in love with this guy. But because I've heard that from a couple of friends already, and I hope they get their answers today. And if it isn't, well, okay, we'll try again some other time. But anyway, we are going to be doing What's in the Stars for you as well. So coming up next after this piece of music is going to be Gemini and Cancer, so stay in tune. If you're interested in the stars and you want to know whether you need to sign that document today or leave your job today. Okay, coming up, Phil Collins, A Groovy Kind of Love.
When I'm feeling blue, all I have to do is take a look at you. Then I'm not so blue. When you're close to me, I can feel
bit of the magic.
WhatsApp us now on 065
4211
380.
And if you didn't catch that WhatsApp line, it's 065-421-1380. Drop me a line and say hi because I'm in the studio and you must agree, I have chosen the best love songs and tunes for you this morning because the program is all about love. And how do you know when you're falling in love? What are the signs, guys? So be sure to stay with me this morning and postpone all your errands for later because it can wait. Okay, so Ini can't. And I'm here every weekday morning, 9 to 12 on Capital Radio with you. So be sure to stay the morning with me and catch all the signs. And maybe your friend needs it and you can go and have a little conversation on FaceTime with them. Anyway, I think that the music is going to be totally awesome this morning. And coming up now, what's in the stars for you? I promised you that I'm going to do Gemini and Cancer, so let's get on with it. Gemini, it would pay to be careful when you're making those important decisions today, especially those involving a lot of money or other resources. And be careful who you ask for advice because not everyone will be as honest as you'd like them to be. If you have someone around who knows the ropes, who is trustworthy and practical, getting their advice could be a godsend. While you are usually the one who plays that role for others, on this occasion, you might be ready to reach out for help rather than continue in a situation in which you are out of your depth. Okay, and Cancer, Cancerians, how are you doing today? Shout out for me. You can drop me a line on WhatsApp, 065 421 1380 is the line. Say hi. Okay, and we're on Facebook. You can do that on Mixcloud and Radio Garden as well if you want to catch us, Squids, and YouTube. Okay, Cancerians, whether you want to expand your social circle, grow your career network, or just get some attention from a powerful person, today is the person when you need to start showing everyone that you are unique and worth listening to. Step forward and grab some center stage time. Make sure that your spotlight is trained right on you and make sure it stays on you. You have been waiting for this close-up for all the while now, and so be ready to take on everything and make the most of it. Okay, guys, and tomorrow's we are going to be looking at help for those who have lost their loved ones. And I'm sure there are lots of people out there who have lost their loved ones. I'm sure you know a couple who've lost their loved ones. And it's not an easy thing when you are dealing with loss, especially if that person is the object of your interest and, you know, and you've loved them for many, many years, mom, dad, brother-in-law, sister. And if you don't know how to cope and you're not coping, be sure to pass the word around because tomorrow I am going to be looking at help and how to help those move on and bear with this loss. So tomorrow is all about the grieving process and how one can cope with this and what someone can do to replace those feelings of forlornness and desperation in terms of wanting to see that person and wanting to hear that person's voice. What do you do? How do you substitute that feeling? How do you make the feeling go away? Well, there are some things that you can do according to experts and the psychologists and studies and research has proven this. So, okay. So coming up, we are still going to do point number 3 on how do you know you're falling in love. Right now, you are going to be listening to Alicia Keys, If I Ain't Got You.
Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical things define what's within. people search for a fountain. The promise is forever young. You know, some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way to prove you love them. Hand me the world on a silver platter, and what good would it be? No one to share, but no one who truly cares for me. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got it, you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you, you, you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you. If I ain't got you with me, baby. Ooh, so nothing in this whole wide world don't mean a thing if I ain't got you with me, baby.
The More Music Station, Capital 88.1 FM.
Are you back at work? I hope that if you are back at work, you are taking every precaution against the virus. You know, our infection rates are still very, very high. It was hitting 21,000 and then it went back to 20 and it went back to 21. And today it's 17,000 infections and over 300 deaths. So that means that we are not definitely making up, you know, any better than we were doing a few months ago. We actually getting worse, and we do, you know, feel very sorry for those that have lost their loved ones and are sick at the moment. And, you know, our hearts and prayers go out to them. But we are doing something happy on this station today, and you know, let's look at positive things and let's look at happy things, because obviously the secret says that you've got to attract the positive and the happy and stay with that mind, and just remember that, you know, if you think of everything positively, nothing can, you know, bring you down. And that's what we need to do. We need to stay happy all the time. But tomorrow we are doing grieving, and we are doing how do you cope with losing someone, because so many people are losing someone. And if you know of people that have lost loved ones, do pass on the word that they can listen to the show and get some hints and help as to what experts and studies and research and psychologists are saying about this particular topic. Anyway, point number 3, how do you know you're falling in love, is our main feature topic for today. You don't mind, the experts say, when the person that you are falling in love with does something unattractive. There you go. So point number 3 is you don't mind when they do something unattractive. Point number 1 was you keep staring at them, and you know, and you always want to look at this person. And experts say there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, because what's wrong with, you know, looking at someone you love? And point number 2 was you abandon the things that you usually do and you go for the things that you don't even like. Sometimes you detest some of the things like salsa dancing, and then you're suddenly enrolling for a class. That means you are falling in love. Okay, so point number 3, you don't mind when they do something unattractive. So the Hexter, psychologist named Hexter, says the power of love and new love in particular is primitive. This means that when someone you're falling in love with does something you might perceive as unattractive, whether it's being untidy or leaving the toilet seat up or squeezing the toothpaste in a way that you don't like it being squeezed, or leaving their clothes all over the place and you don't like that kind of untidiness. In fact, you might not even notice it and you might not even mind. So, so much for Love is Blind. That is definitely the one that comes in right there. So that explains it, Love is Blind, because you will not even flinch when they do something unattractive. And Hexter goes on to say, love can be immensely powerful and can be associated with all sorts of loss of inhibition. Okay, so this is something he says you should think about parents who are in love and with their baby, and how they will acknowledge that their love for this child, no matter how dirty the baby gets or how much they, lose sleep over babies, they will not mind. So it's something very, very similar, obviously a different kind of love, but you will not mind, walking the edge of the earth to go and get them their favorite, flavor of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. I'm just making that up, okay? But even if you have to lose a couple hours sleep and you don't get it anyway, you would scout every corner to get it, and you wouldn't mind them worrying you. For that is a sign of you are falling in love. Okay, so we're going on with more music here. What do we have for you? All for One and Be Your Everything. The best love songs I'm playing for you this morning. So I hope that you're going to stay with me, because I've got a lot of love songs coming up. And Whitney Houston, Barry White, The Foundations, as I said, Patsy Cline and Black Eyed Peas. So all your favorites from them days and back in the days, as some people would say. And we've got some current ones as well, so stay with us.
For so long, you and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than stronger. Take it from me, if you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. One night, I would wait forever for those lips of wine, and build my world around you, darling. This love will shine, girl. Watch it and see. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heavens in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and that's a puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I would die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'll do anything to be your everything. For so long, you and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than stronger. Take it from me. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just wanna be your everything. Open up the heavens in your heart and let me be the things you want to be, not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I would die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'll do anything to be your everything. I just wanna be
You're listening to All Things Considered with Any, of course, the voice on the other end of the microphone. As usual on weekdays, Mondays to Fridays, join me 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And one of our favorites on the show is What's in the Stars for you. So are you waiting for your turn, Leo? Well, we've got to it finally. Okay, and we have been delaying you because we are doing How Do You Know When You Fall in Love? Are you one of those people that are sporting an interest right now in the girl opposite you or the man opposite you in the office? Well, you need to listen to this program. And if you are looking for love the second time, that too. Okay, we can help you with that too. And you will know when you're falling in love, especially when you do some strange and crazy things, according to the psychologist. So, Leo, what are we doing right now? Today, this is a great day for you to work with others, especially if they're trying to improve or beautify things. So don't be too modest about your ideas for the project either. Often, it's easy to influence people to agree with what you are saying by being enthusiastic and confident. Your input can help steer things in the right direction. So speak up and let everyone know what you're thinking before it's too late. If it's hard to get a word in edgewise, make some noise. There you go, Leo. Okay, and coming up, there are some really, really cool tunes. I picked the whole playlist for you just because I love being with you. I look forward to being with you every single morning. And as I always say, you guys are my inspiration. Totally, totally, totally. And I do hope that the feeling is mutual and you are going to be spending a lot more time with me in future because the coolest music is here on All Things Considered with Ini. And this is Capital Radio. Anything else is a compromise, guys. So you should be tuning in. And you just listen to All for One now and be your everything. And now we've got the Pointer Sisters. Oh, absolutely. My favorite, my school days. Jump for Love was something that I used to always be jiving to and dancing to. There you go. Jump for Love coming up.
Tell me how you want me. I can feel it in your heart.
more music station.
Capital 88.1 FM.
Signs, 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 and more signs that you are falling in love. What are they? The experts speak up and tell us all about it. And I have done my homework for you guys, and I've looked up all the cool things that happen when you are definitely taking an interest in someone that probably you never noticed before. I don't know. Okay, or someone new that has just popped in next door, and or someone that you been dating, and now suddenly this person is occupying a lot more time with you. Okay, so are you staring at someone more than you normally would, or normally more than others? Then are you abandoning your usual activities for unusual ones? Are you signing up for classes that you didn't think you would sign up for? Okay, those are some of the signs. Okay, and the experts say one more is number 4, and coming up is, well, there's 9 signs altogether that I've picked up. So let's see what point 4 is. Time flies when you're together with this person, and if you're falling in love with someone, the chances are that you will join them, and then the next minute you don't even realize it, but it's like a whole 3 hours gone, and you feel like a Cinderella all of a sudden, and you want to jump up and run into your pumpkin carriage. So you've forgotten all the time curfews, and you suddenly realize that your parents are going to have you wrapped on your knuckles for coming in late. But anyway, time flies when you're together, and if you're falling in love, or with someone, you are definitely using up all your airtime and your talk time, because you're spending so much of time with them. And that's and the time will go very quickly, according to chartered psychologist Daria Kus. She says that time just flies. You don't even know. You can't even account for it. And this is often the case when we are doing something we enjoy and spending time with someone that we are falling in love with. So just watch out for that, those signs there. And coming up, we are going to have, Virgo and in What's in the Stars. And the psychologists also say that you won't even notice that, it started raining, or that the cat suddenly disappeared, or baby started crying next door. That's how much, the attention, you get so engrossed with this person, and the attention is so deep, the attention that you give to someone that you have or now are taking a fancy to. So are you falling in love? Are you going to be answering that question at the end of this program? Well, we need to see that. But tomorrow, you can also join me, because we are going to be doing grieving, and how are you going to cope with the loss? If you are, losing someone, that, the person has cancer or some terminal illness, or if you have already lost someone, then this is the show to listen to tomorrow, and we will talk all about it. But now, coming up is Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you. So listen on.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, here's just another ordinary day. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these 3 words that I must say to you.
just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night, no autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern sky, no Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is, the oh so new, to fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just called to say I love
Find us on Radio Garden and sit back and enjoy.
There you go. So I hope you enjoyed that music because I certainly did, and nothing but the best here on Capital Radio. You can catch us on YouTube and Mixcloud. I'm looking at myself right now on Mixcloud, and you can do that, and you can do Radio Garden as well. So if you want the link, just drop me a WhatsApp message on 065-421-1380, and I'll be sure to give you the link. So we are doing signs that you are falling in love. So are you following this, guys? Because, you know, you can start staring at someone, or you can be enrolling for classes that you don't even know you have skills for. And number 5 on the list, they can do no wrong. Okay, so falling in love can warp your sense of reality a little, says psychologist Hexter. So do watch out for the stage, because love is blind. That love is blind saying is when this one kicks in, and it applies in this case, and all is well and good to overlook all the stuff that you know, you don't like, and that you know, you normally would react to in a negative way. But when love is at its peak, this is definitely a phenomenon you can experience. But when the relationship moves on and all these things start niggling you, it's not so nice to deal with it. So it's just likely that you feel deeply when you're in love with someone, and then you will have a somewhat unrealistic expectation of who they are, and that's how you would view them and how they present themselves, he adds. Okay, so whilst you might be inclined to be critical of someone else, or doing or saying something, you know, if your partner does or says them, you might actually love them for it. So that's strange, and because in your eyes they can do absolutely no wrong, and even if they are wearing sandals with socks, he says. Okay, so it's what makes them so beautiful, and you will tell somebody, oh, I love that simplicity, but suddenly, you know, he says, really? Okay, so when you're in love, you know, all you see is a version of beauty that feels unchallengeable, and it is the idealization of an individual upon whom all your feelings are focused, in the words of the experts. Okay, so but from me, absolutely, you know, it is a very real thing, and very often people say that. So that is another sign when you are starting to look overlook things that, you know, you would normally criticize in others, and you are starting to not you know, react to these things. That is sign number 5, that you are falling in love. And coming up after the break, we are definitely going to be doing Scorpio. So if you are waiting for this, you are definitely going to be listening to it. And if you supposed to be doing an errand, running an errand, or doing something outside, and you know, you want to listen to Capital Radio and me, Ini, on my show, All Things Considered, do take me along. I would be the best guest ever. As I always say, I would be no trouble at all. You can just place me on the counter, and I would sit right there where you've put me. Okay, and we are going to be doing Virgo, and we are going to be doing Scorpio when you get back. So stay with us and enjoy the music as well, because I've picked the best for you. All love songs that you are definitely going to enjoy.
Up to you right now, that's all I want to do. I know you need it, girl, and you know I need it too. 'Cause I found what the world is searching for. Never gonna give you up. I'm never ever gonna stop. I found what the world is searching
what the world is searching for. Barry White, what a classic artist that was. And as I said, I've picked the best love songs for you guys this morning because our theme is actually love. And how would you know if you're falling in love? So if you are one of them looking for love or searching for love or falling in love and you don't know it, this is the show to be listening to today. And let's see what's in the stars for Virgo, which is one of the favorites that we do on the show every morning. Mondays to Fridays, weekdays, you can join me on my show, All Things Considered, and you know where to find me, Capital Radio. We are going to be on 88.1 FM so soon, and on FM Mast. If you're wondering what you're going to do with the radio that you have in front of you, we will soon be on a dial. So don't throw it away as yet, and remember those three numbers: 88.1. Okay, so Virgoans, this could be a very creative and inventive kind of day. Original and effective ideas may seem to come to you effortlessly. You could be intrigued by technology and gadgets that can help make life much easier. And plus, if there's a creative component, you'll be very eager to get involved and discover more. An encounter today could be like a breath of fresh air for you, enabling you to indulge in certain interests that you don't necessarily share with your close friends. Okay, so Scorpio, I promised to do Scorpio as well. So Scorpions, what are you up to today? Are you in the office? And are you having a fantastic day, or are you just relaxing at home and having your favorite cup of soup? Okay, whatever you are doing, I love you guys, and you guys are my total inspiration for the week. I love coming to the studio to be with you, and I hope the feeling's mutual. Are we falling in love? Okay, that's the question that you need to ask yourself this morning, and maybe you will have an answer by the end of it. Okay, this is a perfect day, Scorpions, to just relax and go with the flow. There you go. I always give the best advice. That flow can take you to some wonderful places. Try not to push back or control things, the experts say. The less effort you put into directing how things will turn out, the better everything will be. You have to start trusting the people around you to make the right choices. They know what they're doing. While they might have a different style from you, they still know how to get the job done. There you go. Okay, and coming up now we have, if you've just joined us, I was saying earlier that we have some absolutely fantabulous, awesome, amazing, grand music for you. And coming up now is my favorite, The Foundations, Build Me Up, Buttercup.
I'll be over at 10, you told me time and again, but you're late. I waited around and then I run to the door. I can't take anymore. It's not you. You let me down again. Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be home. I'll be beside the phone waiting for you. Why do you build me up, buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around? And then worst of all, you never thought, baby, when you say you will. But I love you still, I need you more than anyone, darling. You know that I have from the start. So build me up, buttercup, don't break my heart. You are my toy, but I could be the boy you adore. If you just let me know. Although you are true, I'm attracted to you all the more. Why do I need you so? Baby, baby, try to find a little time and I'll make you happy. I'll be
Capital 88.1 FM.
Are you just relaxing with me this morning? I hope you are. And if you are all well and safe, I am very happy about that. And I'm so happy that you are taking all the precautions to be safe. But if you aren't and you've lost loved ones and you are very, very sick, there are lots of things that you can do with home remedies and, the internet and all the social media sites are full of that. Just giving you some good advice on how you can stay safe and do activities and also take medications that will be, helping you to get better. But if you are, at the workplace, that too, you must sanitize and wear those masks and do that, properly. Because I was actually looking at some guys wearing masks and it was all, over their mouth and not over their noses. And, that can't be very safe. So please wear them like the president said to us and take the good advice. Okay. So what do the experts say about, knowing when you are falling in love? And point number 6 is you feel unusually optimistic when you are falling in love. Everything else in your life might feel weirdly wonderful. Okay, it says psychologist Mason Rowntree. You might also feel a little more energetic when you are falling in love for no apparent reason. Okay, it's like you've taken boosters, okay, and you've taken the whole drawer of vitamins. But she adds that this is the result of all the dopamine hits that you have been getting from thinking about the partner that might be in your future there. Okay, so this is, and doing the things together, she says, when you are doing the activities that you love with someone that you are falling in love with, the dopamine goes wild. And okay, maybe we should be falling in love all the time because we certainly need that dopamine, to give us that extra energy. And, maybe we can quit all the vitamin tablets, who knows. Anyway, but that's what you get from thinking about somebody that you really care about or that you are falling in love, and either with them or when you are reminded of them. The act of positive anticipation also helps to reduce feelings of stress. Okay, so that also, if you're feeling stressed, try and get someone to fall in love with. It'll take stress away. That was the moral of the story. So the anticipation of being with your partner boosts your mental health, according to the experts and psychologists, and it makes you feel better about life. So you are not going to think of suicide soon. So that is the answer. This sounds like good advice for everybody, that they should be seeking out love. After all, love is all that we need in our world, whether it's love between a mother and child, or the brother and sister, or lovers, or, husband and wife. That is what we need to bring back into our lives. And talking about bringing back the love in our lives, I'm going to be talking about that this week because I'm doing some relationship tips and, definitely going to be talking about some good things this week. And tomorrow is, loss of someone that you love and how to overcome the loss that you would feel. And during the week, I have lots of relationship, tips and, questions and myths about relationships and how you fix things in relationships, and what can we do when partner cheats, or what can we do when we have an alcoholic partner, or, and things like that. So, yes, you're going to be really, really excited to be hearing some, stuff from what experts say. So time to be educated about all that. Anyway, coming up now is Black Eyed Peas. I promised you don't stop the party, so don't go too far. We've got some wonderful music this morning.
Hey, my people, beats is made unstoppable. Don't stop the party! Don't stop the party!
This is that original. This as though identical. You can't hack my digital, future aboriginal. Get up off my genitals, I stay on that pinnacle. Kill you with my lyricals, call me verbal criminal. Send you to that clinical, subscribe you some chemicals. Audio and visual, can't see me, invisible. I'm old school like biblical, futuristic next level. Never on that typical, will I stop? Oh, never know.
I ain't gonna stop until I'm done.
Don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. You cannot stop it now.
I ain't gonna stop until I'm done.
Don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't stop us now. Don't stop the party. Don't stop, don't stop the party. Don't stop the party.
You could call me crazy man. Every day I'm partying. You could find me at the club, popping bottles, mingling. Ladies dancing to the jam, acting naughty, man, oh man. Got me in the mood again. At the party, partying. Yeah, I keep it happening. Taking shots, whatever, man. Party like a veteran. Music is my medicine. You won't find me settling. Can't be stopped, I'm stepping in. Keep it going till the end. Yeah, that's why there we go again.
I'm that one that lights it up. We red hot like fire trucks. Burn that roof cause that's what's up. Tell that DJ turn it up. We dropping that music for people all around. Keep rocking, head knocking, cause they can't shut us down. And ain't no stopping, we gon' keep on rocking. Baby, ain't no stopping, you cannot stop us now.
I ain't gonna stop until I'm done.
Don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. You cannot stop it now.
I ain't gonna stop until I'm done.
Don't stop it.
I ain't gonna quit until I won.
Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it. Now, baby, don't you stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't stop us now. Don't stop the party. Don't stop, don't stop the party. Don't stop the party. Don't stop the party.
The More Music Station.
Capital 88.1 FM.
And when you hear Buddha Lounge, the bar music, then you know it's time for Ini to come on, and I am on right now, and always on weekdays at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And be sure to join me in the studio if you want to see what goes on and you are curious. Be sure to put on an app that you can look at and take in everything that goes on in the studio. You can go on to Mixcloud or Radio Garden, and if you want to do the audio thing, then you can always live stream as well on Radio Garden. So we are doing the reasons why we fall in love and how to make out that we are falling in love. So before we do that, let's do Sagittarians. Yes, you've been waiting all morning, so let's do Sagittarians, and then after that we can give you one more reason, one more point to look at if you don't know whether you're falling in love. As I said, I have a couple of friends in the past and currently who said, oh, well, I don't know. Am I really falling in love with this person? How would I know? Okay, so that spurred on the research on the topic. But tomorrow we're going to do something a little more serious about grieving and loss of a loved one. How do you substitute the time that you've been spending with this loved one? How do you get over it? And what happens when grieving goes on and on and on for many years? What do we have to do? What can we do? Okay, so we're going to be discussing that. And later on in the week, we are going to be doing other topics. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that later. But Sagittarians, are all of your attitudes stuck in the past? That is what the experts are asking. Holding on to the same opinion forever doesn't speak well of your flexibility or intelligence, Sagittarians. If new facts or figures come to light today, you need to take them seriously and listen without objection. Be brave enough to adjust some of your thinking and admit that maybe things have changed for you. Not only is it natural to re-evaluate your position on the controversial topics, it is an intelligent thing to do as well. So there you go, Sagittarians. Good advice there from the experts. You need to reassess, introspect, and reevaluate what's going on in your life, because that's the right thing to do. And the experts say one more thing that you would definitely engage in if you are falling in love is you'd want to touch and kiss somebody all the time. So again, this might seem a very obvious thing that you'd want to touch or kiss the person of your object of your choice, but the reason why you want to touch and kiss someone is when you're falling in love, that is far more deep rooted, the experts say, and psychologists say. When you touch someone you are falling in love with, it releases a love hormone called oxytocin. Did you know that? Okay, the love hormone is to look out for in your bodies is oxytocin. Okay, and to start stimulating that. And as I said, I was quite intrigued by the fact that falling in love as well will make you feel unusually optimistic and happy and weirdly wonderful, and gives you lots of energy, and maybe we should be doing this all the time, and it actually boosts mental health as well and makes you feel better about life. So why not? Okay, so the experts say it's definitely the oxytocin hormone that gets released, and that is why you'd want to touch and kiss the person all the time. And the psychologist Hexter says that this will make you feel happy and strengthen the connection between you and your partner. And the other experts also agree with this as well. Coming up, more music. Aretha Franklin, what a classic artist this is. And she is on with You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman.
Looking out on the morning rain, I used to feel so uninspired. And when I knew I had to face another day, Lord, it made me feel
I was a liar, I gave into the fire. I know I should have fought it, at least I'm being honest. Feel like a failure, cause I know that I failed you. I should have done you better, cause you don't wanna lie. And I know, and I know, and I know she gives you everything, but boy, I couldn't give it to you. And I know, and I know, and I know that you got everything, but I got nothing here without you. So one last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. One more time, I promise after that I'll let you go. But I don't care if you got hurt in your heart. All I really care is you wake up in my arms. One last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. I don't deserve it, I know I don't deserve it, but stay with me a minute, I swear I'll make it worth it. Can't you forgive me, at least just temporarily? I know that this is my fault, I should have been more careful. And I know, and I know, and I know she gives you everything, but boy, I couldn't give it to you. And I know, and I know, and I know that you got everything, but I got nothing here without you, baby. So one last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. One more time, I promise after that I'll let you go. Baby, I don't care if you got hurt in your heart. All I really care is you wake up in my arms. One last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. I know I should have fought it, at least I'm being honest. But stay with me a minute, I swear I'll make it worth it. Cause I don't wanna be without you. So one last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. One more time, I promise that after that I'll let you go. Baby, I don't care if you got hurt in your heart. All I really care is you wake up in my arms. One last time, I need to be the one who takes you home. One last time, I need to be the one who takes you home.
Is your business taking a bit of a slump because of the social distancing and lockdown levels? Well, you can advertise to get your profits up. And if you're looking to advertise via Capital, that is the best way to go, because do you know that we have approximately 141,000 listeners on the show between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. That's right. We've got quite a big listenership during this time, and it's international in over 80 countries. So what better way to get your manufactured stuff out there? And if you're in the retail industry or service industry and you want to advertise with us, you should do so, because you are going to get the most reasonable rates with Capital Radio, and it's a lot cheaper than TV ads. So you need to climb in and get in there and get onto media, and that is the way to get more people to look at your products online. And do you know what? The cherry on the top really is that besides the very reasonable packages starting from 1,500 Rand, and you can even pay 3,500 Rand for over 120 ads. Yes, and you can get a banner on our page and on the Facebook page as well, and our website. But our ad packages, will not only get you the airtime, but it will also get you an interview with me. Yes, you get to meet me, and that will give you a further edge. Okay, so you get to spend some time with me. How cool is that, in the studio? And I can definitely talk to you about your business and find out all about the retail stuff that you keep on your shelves and merchandise. And if you're in the manufacture business, we want to take you through that process and share that with listeners. You know, there's nothing more powerful than voice. Absolutely. When listeners hear you speak about your product, something that locks in, as opposed to just, reading about an advert. So do come into our studio. Now, how are you going to get in the studio with me, and how are you going to get on air? You can call us at 065-421-1380 or email us on air at capitalradio.co.za, and spell that capital as CAPITOL. Okay, so let me do that again. 065-421-1380 is the number to call, or email us at on air at capitalradio.co.za. Okay, and Capricorn, we're going to be doing you immediately after Ariana Grande and Do You Love Me? Best love songs here this morning.
Watch me now.
Drop.
I can mash potato. I can do the twist. Now tell me, baby, do you like it like this? Ariana and your boy Sky Blue. I gotta tell you something, baby. I think I love you.
Born to party, born to rock. Big bad baby, we on top, huh? Rolling in the caddy, hella rich, making hits like granddaddy. Bust a move, get in the groove. Baby girl, I'm into you. Show me what you can do. Thought you knew, you could as long as you were through.
Tell me if it's meant to be. I'll give my love, but it ain't for free. So watch him now. Talk cheap, baby cash, spend time with me. Say dance, dance, young romance. You already know that DJ Nico is bringing nothing but exclusives. There's another one. Yeah. Do you love me? Do you love me, boy? Do you love me, baby? Do you love that I can't dance? Watch me now.
Drop.
'Cause I can mash potato, and I can do the twist. Now tell me, baby, do you like it like this? Ariana and my boy Sky Blue. I gotta tell you, baby, I think I love you.
Got the money, got the passion. On the dance floor, I'm Michael Jackson. Time for some action, here we go. Sky Blue at the stereo, turn it up, hurry up. She doing it grinding, that's what's up. Her plus me, you can add it up. Ooh, you never get enough.
Tell me if it's meant to be. I'll give my love, but it ain't for free. So watch him now. Talk cheap, save your cash, spend time with me. Say dance, dance, young romance. You a bad boy, better take a chance. You already know that DJ Nico is bringing you nothing but exclusives. There's another one. Yeah. Do you love me? Do you love me, Watch me now.
You broke my heart, 'cause I couldn't dance. You didn't even want me around. But now I'm back to let you know I can really shuffle them down. Yeah! Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. Hey, hey. Ariana Grande. Hey, hey. We rockin', now stop it. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. Hey, 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 hey. Dance, dance, love, romance. Oh!
Find us on Radio Garden and sit back and enjoy.
So, are you a Capricorn? So, it's time for you to listen to what's in the stars for you. Are you going to fall in love today? Because our program is all about love, falling in love. And what better emotion to add to the world right now but love? Okay, so if you're going to be falling in love, I just said something very interesting that, falling in love gives you extra energy and it makes you feel on top of the world. So, maybe we should all be running to fall in love because that's the way we all want to feel right now. Capricorns, let's not keep you waiting any longer. You may feel a sense of relief now. You've been just very busy and you feel the pressure. But if you've used to, let's start that again. But if you're used to the past weeks in restructuring your life and goals, your outlook may have changed. Any frustrations may begin to disappear. And if you whittle down your plans to those that are most important to you, you begin to make progress. Still, your approach to life can be fairly serious, so it helps to take time out for a lot lighter activities, and that can help you unwind and recharge. Time for a cup of coffee for you and me. But anyway, we are doing point number 8 on how do you know that you are falling in love. So the experts say you will always be thinking about them. Okay, so falling in love involves a surrender of our feelings to another person, which is quite an important, milestone in our lives, says Hexter. In that surrender, Hexter explains that we merge with that person in a way and you become totally preoccupied with them to a point where they will totally dominate your thoughts. Again, this is partly thanks to oxytocin, that is the love hormone. I didn't even know that oxytocin was the love hormone until I started doing my research. So there you go. And the endorphins are also released, but the oxytocin is the love hormone. It can affect emotion, cognition, and social bonding, as Hexter, all of which can make you feel closer to someone and foster feelings of love. So after the music break, we are going to be doing point number 9, so stay with us until then, and you are going to be listening to Atlantic Star with Masterpiece and the Fugees, No Woman, No Cry.
Takes my breath away. A picture
music station, Capital 88.1 FM.
Are you falling in love? And we are going to be doing Aquarians, and let's see what is in the stars for you, Aquarians. Maybe you are definitely falling in love and you are listening to this program. Well, welcome. And if you just joined us, there is your sun sign. Strangers could have a positive impact on your life right now, especially the ones that have helped you to reach a goal that you've been struggling to reach. That makes today a great time to reach out to them. Be more outgoing with people you don't know. Well, not in COVID times, but maybe later. Don't be afraid to talk to a total stranger. After all, they could turn out to be your next boss, best friend, or romantic interest. It's not intimidating to get to know someone. It's exciting. So go ahead. Imagine all the things they've done that you've never even thought of doing with them. Okay, there you go. And Pisces, let's look at you quickly. If you get stuck in a situation that could escalate into a confrontation, use your sense of humor to diffuse things. If an annoying or pushy person comes into your world today, crack a joke to let them know you are not intimidated by them or amused by their antics. They'll get the message loud and clear and fall right in line. Plus, when you deliver your wit, you'll also be entertaining the person who you are watching, and you can cut them down to size immediately. Okay, and coming up after the break, the music break, which I have for you, you are going to definitely want to stay on, because we have point 9, which is coming up, that will tell you whether you fall in love with your mate and or someone of your interest, and an object of your interest. And also, we are going to be doing, I've got something very special planned for you, what to say when proposing to your girlfriend. Okay, guys always look for things to say when they're proposing to girlfriends. I've got romantic proposal lines for you. And if you want to take that down and send them to a friend that you know is struggling with proposal lines, there you go. And you must know that you've got all the help here on our show on Capital Radio. And it's All Things Considered with Inni, and you can definitely join me every single weekday, Mondays to Friday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There you go. And as I promised you, the Fugees, No Woman, No Cry coming up.
Say, I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Brooklyn, about solving the crookedness, as it mingled with the good people we meet, good friends we had, oh, good friends we've lost. Hello. Dry your tears, I say, until my peeps who passed away. No woman, no cry. No woman, no cry. Say, oh, hey little sister, don't shed no tears. No woman, no cry. Say, I remember when we used to rock, in a project yard in Jersey. And little Georgie would make the fire light as stolen cars passed through the night. And then we'd hit the corner store for roots, paper, and brew. Whoa. My drinks, my only remedy for pain of losing family. But while I'm gone, shorty, everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Fuji's come to the dance tonight. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Oh, everything is gonna be alright. The gunman's in the house tonight, but everything is
music station, Capital 88.1 FM.
Ah, on compte ba yo met Lauren ou là?
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, qui va bien que on parler là? Réfugié dans zone là.
You will do anything to make them happy. And you will actually walk the ends of the earth, according to experts and psychologists, and the research that I've done on when to know that you are falling in love and how to know that you're falling in love. The experts say you will do anything to make them happy. So, in the words of the experts, when you start to fall in love with someone, you might find yourself feeling more altruistic than usual. Okay, and this characteristic, actually is very, very true for more than 90% of people. This characterizes the more mature versions of love, Hexter says, psychologist that contributed to all this research, and he explained that it can be a sign of deep, long-lasting love. You don't only want happiness for yourself, but you want it in equal measures for the other person, and you will make sacrifices for them to be happy as well. And that's a good feeling. I think that's exactly what every relationship needs. Every relationship needs that, not just relationships between lovers or, between romantic interests. I think that if you can sacrifice, your happiness sometimes and do a little something for someone else, and never mind that you didn't have your extra 2 hours of sleep, but you went and helped them for some reason or the other, well, you know what, that can only count for good in that relationship and strengthen your bond. And coming up after this, as I said, is what to say to the person you'd like to spend the rest of your life with, because obviously this is all going to be leading up to proposal, and someone's going to have to ask someone to marry them and spend the rest of their lives with them. So let's just complete the entire rainbow and go right to the pot of gold, and we can share that with you, because often guys are tongue-tied. They really don't know what to say to their new interests. So we're going to be sharing the words that you can use and the sentences that you can actually use, and what to add in there, when you make that proposal. And maybe you are starting to write your wedding vows, or you know somebody that is starting to write their wedding vows and has a blank page with a paper, a pen on hand, and they've been trying to do this for a long time. There you go, drop them a WhatsApp message and say you've got to listen to Ini on Capital Radio, and the show is All Things Considered. And coming up now, more absolutely brilliant music. Paula Cole, I Don't Want to Wait, and after that, it's Jerry and the Pacemakers, You'll Never Walk Alone.
You know that if we are to stay alive and see the peace in every eye. She had 2 babies. One was 6 months, one was 3. In the war of 44, every telephone ring, every heartbeat stinging when she thought it was gone, calling her. Oh, would her son grow to know his father? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. Will it be? Yes, or will it be? Sorry. He showed up all wet on the rainy front step, wearing shrapnel in his skin, and the know that if we are to stay alive and see the peace in every eye, I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. Will it be yes or will it be? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. I want to know right now, what will it be? I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over. Will it be yes or will it be? Sorry. So open up your morning light and say a little prayer for right. You know that if we are to stay alive and see the love in every eye.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm, there's a golden sky and the sweet silver song of love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, for your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk alone. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. You'll never walk
There you go. Those were classic pieces, and I just hope that you enjoyed it as much as I did in my little break. So we are doing a program all about love, and how do you know that you're going to be falling in love, or that you are falling in love? Okay, and is she it or is he it? and very exciting times there. But I must say, I missed something on the websites and on the research and the studies that I came across, and that was the main thing, was the butterflies in your tummy, because nobody said anything about, you get butterflies in your tummy when you are falling in love, obviously. And I'm saying obviously because every single person talks about that. And, when the person is going to be calling, or you're going to be calling the person, there's always that little nervous tinge, that overtakes you and runs into your tummy and makes you feel like, gosh, that you are on edge all the time. Or maybe it's just a happy feeling. What are butterflies in your tummy? Drop me a line and tell me all about it if you have such a feeling, and WhatsApp us and tell us about it as well. So, okay, so when you are proposing to your girlfriend, this is for guys only, but if you're a girl and you are hoping that you will get a proposal from someone that loves you and that is already declaring that he likes you, there's something you can drop him a hint and send him a link to this program so that he can pick up, in inverted commas, what to actually add into his proposal. Okay, that's a subtle way of doing it, but sometimes you need to find a plan and make a way. Okay, so what to say when proposing to your girlfriend, guys? Well, the experts say you need to say how she makes you a better man and how she inspires you. And you can say when you realized you wanted to spend the rest of your life with her, when this wonderful magic moment, suddenly dawned upon you. Or you can say how you can't see the rest of your life being without her, and tell her how much you love her and how your life will be so incomplete without her. Okay, and some of the romantic proposal lines that you can definitely use. Coming up after this music break, I'm going to be sharing some music lines. And I forgot all about the news headlines. I forgot to tell you that there's going to be news headlines as well at around 11:45. So don't go anywhere, because we are doing the news headlines. And if you didn't catch some of the stats and some of what is happening in the news because you are still in your PJs and you are just listening to Ini and relaxing at home, well, lucky you. But Shanti and Florida coming up. Let's do something crazy, like fall in love, maybe.
I know you gotta get though, it's not an issue. I know you gotta get though, it's not an issue. Give it to you, baby, something crazy, something crazy.
It's Friday night, I wanna ride out late and see what's going on. Feeling so right, gonna have a good time wherever I go. Long as I'm having fun, we can stay till the very next day. Sometimes when you're around, you make me wanna do out there. Baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I won't forget. Baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I won't forget. All my ladies and club smallers, ride out. Dubs, mommies, keep making dough. And if you really wanna ride out, let's go, ladies. And all my thugs, smallers, ride high on dubs, mommies, keep making dough. And if you really wanna ride out, let's go. Swerving from lane to lane, blood rushing through my veins. Looking at me that way, I know what's on your brain. Your hand is slowly moving up and down my leg. We're almost there, but you just act like you can't wait. So baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I won't forget. Let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I won't forget. All my ladies and club smallers, ride out. Dubs, mommies, keep making dough. And if you really
my daddy gave me the game. Everything dub, just Pirellis in the bus. Six system, my shanties always good for a thug. Right on the spot, we can do this for real. If I gotta cut the check, then it's already solid seal. Sex in the city, you already know the deal. Just for the women, want that hot tough feel. I know you gotta get low, it's not an issue. See, I'm official, for what I fish for. I make them get low, this when I tip more. Plenty whip, plenty trip for the pimp show.
Baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I love you can. Baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I love you can. Baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I love you can. Baby, let's do something crazy. Tell me, can you make me feel like that? Do those things I love you can.
I know you gotta get low, it's not an issue. I know you gotta get low, it's not an issue. I know you gotta get low, it's not an issue. I know you gotta get low, it's not an issue.
The More Music Station.
Capital 88.1 FM.
88.1 FM is where we will be on the dial when we go onto your radio. So please keep those figures in mind. So romantic proposal lines. Can you imagine what your boyfriend will need to say to you? Okay, so guys, if you're listening in or if you know somebody that is needing to make a proposal, here are some of the things that you can share with them. And if they've missed it or you've missed it, you can always say to them that they can catch us on Mixcloud and or WhatsApp me on 065-421-1380 and I can share those lines with you. Okay, so romantic proposal lines, some of the things you can say. I can't imagine growing old with anyone else, nor do I want to. Or you can say, I know you're the only one I want to share the rest of my life with. Or you can say, the story of our love is only beginning. Let's write our own happy ending. Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, and the next one is, there are many ways to be happy in this life, but all I really need is you. Okay, or you can say, when I look into your eyes, I can see a reflection of the two of us and the life I hope we'll share together. Oh, that is so poetic. You can almost write a song on that one, can't you? Okay, so the next one is, I know my life will never be complete without you besides me to share it. And when I look into my heart, I can only see you. And if you can look into your heart and only see me, then we should spend the rest of our lives together. And this is what I want to do with you. That sounds very, very sweet as well. And or you can say, I promise you, no one will work harder to make you happy or cherish you more than me. Or you can say, when I think about you, I know that no one else will ever hold my heart the way you do. And when I think about the future, I like to picture us as two trees planted side by side, our roots growing together more firmly as the years go by, and our children sprouting like seedlings around us. That sounds absolutely brilliant. Okay, so you can use that seedlings thing and the trees and growing next to each other. I think that's quite romantic and quite out of the way, but in an unusual way. Sounds really good. Okay, and some of the other things you can say is, life offers many challenges. I know I can meet them if you're willing to face them with me. Or you can say, when I met you, I knew I'd met my match. It was only a matter of time until we arrived at this moment. How it turns out is all in your hands, sweetheart. Okay, that sounds really nice. Okay, so coming up on the music scene with me, I've chosen such a brilliant playlist for you. It's all the favorite love songs, and I asked some of my friends for some of my friends for some suggestions, and they've sent it through. So these are really choice songs for you if you are falling in love. Coming up now is Phil Collins and You'll Be in My Heart, and then Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. And after that, we have news headlines, just in case you're still in your PJs and did not put your television on and you don't feel like it because you're listening to me, obviously. Okay, and you can do that after 12 if you want to run errands after 12. Postpone it for after 12 every day, weekday, Monday to Friday, because INI is online between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Capital Radio right here. You can catch me on Mixcloud and Radio Garden, so you shouldn't go anywhere. There, that's a perfect explanation. Okay, coming up, Phil Collins, You'll Be in My Heart.
Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For I'm so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond
So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. And will always love you. Will always love you. You, my darling, you. Bittersweet memories. That is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Please don't cry. We both know I'm not what you need. And I will always love you. I will always love I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all this, I wish you love. And I will always love you. 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 Darling, I love you. Ooh, I'll always love you.
Capital 88.1 FM.
And it's time for the news headlines. COVID-19 news, approval of Russian and Chinese vaccines in SA, South Africa, unlikely, says top experts. 7 dead in horror N3 crash at Harrismith. Family in serious condition after swarm of bees attacks them in Mpumalanga. India pull off remarkable draw in third Australian test. Mandy Wiener says vaccine hesitancy and fake news. Government needs to up its communication. SARS ability to track down elusive South African expatriates to be enhanced from March. COVID-19 statistics. South Africa records 17,412 new infections and 339 new deaths. There you go, and that is the news headlines from me on this program. And we have funny proposals. What are the funny things that one can say when you are issuing that line of your life to a loved one that you want to spend the rest of your life with? So if you have identified that woman and that woman is listening, there you go. You need to drop a hint and tell the love of your life, you know, you should be listening to Capital Radio and Ini on All Things Considered right now, because if you are tongue-tied and you don't know what to write down on your vows, this is a program to be listening to right now. And coming up in the music scene, it is Stevie Wonder, Part-Time Lover.
Hang up the phone to let me know you made it home. Don't want nothing to be wrong with part
Capital 88.1 FM.
Leo, DJ Rudy, welcome to my show, dude. Okay, and it's Ini, and all things considered, great to have you on the show. And I hope that you are chilling and you enjoying my music this morning. It's all love songs because my theme today is love. And we are definitely in a love mood. So we're sharing all the stuff that you are going to be feeling and doing when you are thinking that, okay, perhaps this is it. And if you are not sure and you've heard the 9 points that I've given you, by now you should have an answer as to whether you're in love with this person or not. Well, fabulous. DJ Rudy, welcome, and that is Leo. Okay, so Leo, if you are wanting to make a proposal, this is all for you. Okay, so this is funny proposals that that one can engage in. So I'm looking forward to sharing this with you. There's a couple of them that I just picked out, and that sound really, really nice. Okay, the first one is, I never wanted a wife because I thought they were all nagging and bossy. Then I realized girlfriends are too. So what the heck, will you marry me? And the other one is, if I knew all it took to keep a girl forever was a ring and a question, I'd have been married a long time ago. And the other one is, I got down on one knee for you, and whether you say yes or no, I'm going to need your help getting back up again. Okay, so the other one is, I was hoping one of these days you'll get all modern women and propose to me, but since you haven't, I thought I'd better ask before you get the chance to decide. You'd rather propose to someone else. And I don't really know what I'm supposed to do if you say no. So could you save us both the trouble and say yes, please? Okay. That also sounds funny. And there's another one. It's a natural course of action when two people decide what they got is easier than looking for something new. They just get married. So would you settle with me right now? Okay. And the other one is, it's funny how you need an expensive ring to get someone to agree to marry you, then only a piece of paper to make that union legal. So here's to step one, and here's my ring. Okay. And then you can follow that up with, does this ring want to make you get married? Okay. All right, guys, I'm coming to the end of my show right now. So I gotta love you and leave you as usual. And I just hope that you guys have had a tremendously awesome morning with me today. And I thought that we'll celebrate the act of love today, because, you know, all this world needs is love and more love. And if you have lost a loved one, I am terribly sorry about that on behalf of Capital Radio here and everybody here. Our heart goes out to you. Our prayers go out to you. I hope that you shared in bowing down your head this morning when we started this program with a prayer that I personally put together for South Africa and my and loved ones and my friends and everybody that needs to keep safe and needs God's protection and the Almighty's protection, no matter who that is to you, whether it's, whether you call it Buddha or Christ or, gods from all over the, sure, I don't think it's a problem. Let us join in prayer this morning. Okay, so it's almost coming to my time's end here, and I leave you with a tune that I really like, The Doors, Light My Fire. So goodbye, guys, and I hope that the week is going to go well for both of us. Tomorrow, we have, loss and grieving. And I'm going to play some really cool music for you guys as well tomorrow. So do stay tuned tomorrow, or get in tune tomorrow at 9 a.m. every weekday morning, Monday to Friday. I will definitely be with you. And during the week, I've got some cool tips for how you can get together with your partner and get along. Yes, we don't need to throw the baby out with the bathwater yet. If you're having problems and issues, we can fix it, okay? And I'm going to give you some great hints by experts, not from me, but experts in studies and research, and some really top experts and what they say about relationships and how you can fix it. There you go. Okay, so goodbye from me. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe, and I definitely want to see you online tomorrow. So have a wonderful afternoon further from Capital Radio and the show All Things Considered. Take care.
You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you